What's up, fish tank people? Dustin's Fish Tanks bringing it to you with the third and final video in front of the in-wall tank that I hardly ever take care of, but it needs a new hardscape. In today's video, it's all about the creative flow. We're going to be adding, for the first time ever, I'm going to be using Seiryu Stone in this aquarium. I'm super stoked about it. I had to go find some big pieces. We've also got some red plants that we're going to add. So the canvas, in the past two videos, we've basically just been clearing the canvas and kind of getting an idea of what we got going on. In today's video, we're about to get busy with this sucker. Here we go. Okay, so this is an exciting time for me. I have never used Seiryu Stone before, so I am super jacked about it. I learned this 110% from Oliver Knott when he said, too many people use little rocks in big tank. Big tank needs big rocks. So I had to like dig through my piles of Seiryu Stone. I actually didn't have that much of that stuff left. We've been selling a ton of it, but I did find some pieces that I think are pretty choice, and I'm going to work these in here. I want to show you this while I'm in front of the tank, because I have to look at this from the front of the tank going, okay, front of the tank, I want some height up here. This rock will give me some vertical height, as well as some stuff around the back here, so I can work these in. I've also got some red plants that I'm going to mix in, and I'm going to show you guys a trick to do with rocks that don't fit the scheme as well. So we're going to get these rolling in here. So I'm going to take this big boy, and I kind of envisioned it with its face. I want this to be, it's a two-sided tank, so it's a little, you got to think both ways with it. But I'm going to try to work this up into here. I'm going to get the sage out of here. So we'll get that out. I'm going to replant some of that sage down in the cracks of this, but I'm just trying to kind of rock this in here. And that piece is actually a little too upright for me, so I'm going to try to kind of give it some angle that way. And then I've got this really sweet piece right here. Now this is going to go front side, but I mean, this stuff's almost cheating. It's so easy to scape with as far as just cool texture. I'm going to rip this out here. And then of course I have to walk around. Ugh. Now I don't like the way that looks on the back there, but we'll see how it looks in the front first, and we can soften that with some more smaller rocks. But I just want to get the basics in here to start and just see what it needs. That piece is too dark, too in the front, so I'm going to try to move that. I do like the look of that peak there, so we're going to use that, and we're going to kind of slide that over so that'll pull your eye in. But that piece is coming out right there. I don't like the look of this rock, but it's on the back side, so it is what it is. And I want to work this one in, but I don't know which way to go with it. I might play it in the front here to start. Just see where it's going. All right, we'll set that there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bunch of small rocks, these little guys, and this is the way we sell it. I actually like this rock, and this is an important thing. I like the look of this rock in comparison to this rock, because this rock looks similar to that rock, unlike this rock, which is a little bit different, a little bit darker. So I like the lighter tones that's given me, so I'm going to try to work that in there more. And ideally I'd be doing this empty, but we actually don't have time for that. So I like the Seiryu Stone. I don't like the way that it kind of, it's just a mound right there, but what I want to do is I want to see how it looks worked in through the front here. So I'm actually going to add like about 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know, call it 6 or 7 smaller pieces, working it into the front to kind of give it some depth within all that valve and sag. I'm going to let that run for a minute. But I also need to clear this peak out here because this is not defined enough. I like how that comes out and has that definition. There's no definition down here. So we need to kind of like work that stuff backwards. And there's the tank trasher. And you'll notice I used in here in this tank, I used 75 pounds of black gravel over the dirt. So you're seeing that dirt coming up, which is totally fine. But the FX4 can handle it. But it's still like, you know, gives you those clouds or whatever. But it is what it is. Show that off a little better. We'll bring that crypt around. Alright, now it's time to add some smaller rocks to the front. And these are just going to be thrown in. I love the character of these. And we sell them wrapped, of course, but I'm unwrapping them, obviously. You want to get pieces with like jagged edges and lots of character. That's what makes this stuff so great. See how that's got all that. I definitely like the stone. The stones definitely pop in the front there. But now it's just a matter of getting them exactly where I want. The problem is, of course, is that I can't see where they are, and I can't get to them from the front. So be it. See how that gives you more depth by just adding the little deeper ones in here? And they're not where I want them to be, but they're just kind of thrown in. But they do give you a little bit more. They pull you into the aquarium more. This one I'm going to move just slightly. That one actually landed all right. I'm going to kind of thin out in here, and then I'm going to add some red plants. We're going to accentuate this crypt right here by pulling out all the sag around it. I'll show you some of the things before I add the color. I want to take that out and that out. I'm being quiet because they're trying to work around here, but I'm going to take that piece out and that piece out. Then I'm going to get out my tweezers and I'm going to put out some red, but right now it's still pulling everything away. I want to keep this dark canyon in here with the crypt and let the other stuff kind of pull through it. So those have to come out. So this is Liguigia, and I'm going to put this in the back there and kind of pop it out that corner to accent off that little rock right there. So this is going to go straight down parallel in there. I'm going to take it out of this binding now. Yeah, and that crypt works in there. I like that now. And I'd really like to do some big stones in through there, but I don't have enough with me. That would really make it pop. You'll notice this use of that rock on the side worked. That long one I was struggling with, I put on its side and it's working out all right. So now these are going to go there and possibly over there. And these plants will stand up once they are under the light for a little bit. I'm going to go see how that looks from the front. Liguigia, so far so good though. And what I want to do is I'm actually going to double up the amount of Liguiglia in that little crack there, because I feel like I can bring it down this canyon. I like the jungle mess kind of going on over there, so I'm going to leave that. But going to kind of build up this contrast in the middle here with the Liguiglia. So more of that's going to go in that crack. And I really wish I could get to the front of it from there, but yeah, well. And I like to do these 3 at a time, 3 or 4. You're going to see me grab these, and then I'll separate them about 1/2 inch apart. It's coming out. And a little bit more. That'll work. I need something in through here. I don't know what we're going to do here. Some Java fern that's not doing as hot. And then this is a Myriophyllum that's just hack it and let it come back. And I'm thinking about adding some red Myrio over in this corner here, some really red Myrio, which is this stuff right here. I just grabbed some spots that we had in the greenhouse. This is like scraps that weren't sellable. So, let's see. Because the other Myrio is doing good, so. Thinking right over there. I kind of want to break up some of the side. I always go left to right. I like the way that's coming together. You can see how it looked before in the clip here. But now I'm thinking like, okay, how can I like break up some of what's going on the right side? I've got some Bacopa Yellow Flame that might go good right in the center there. But I'm gonna have to excavate all that, which I'm really not wanting to do, but can do. And then that will kind of break up the eye a little bit because of all that jungle. So we're gonna put some Bacopa Yellow Flame right in the center there. This stuff. Now it's going from a higher light conditions in the greenhouse to a little bit lower light, but it'll still work pretty well. And people have said that they sometimes have difficulties with Bacopa. Bacopa likes higher calcium content in the water, which is not a problem I ever have here, but some people have issues with it kind of melting back. Higher calcium content, potassium, just based on its thick structure, you can see it's going to be generally speaking, the thicker, stouter plants are going to require a little more calcium content. So, it's your Bacopa tip. And this would be a lot easier without the water in it. But I didn't feel like tearing it all up. I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit and see how it looks. I'd like to add some more over here, but I kind of like the jungle on the right side and the rock party on the left. It's time for a break. Let it sit a little bit. Come back, see what it needs. Yeah, that'll work. Clear off some stuff